Welcome to Football Vibes channel. And in this channel, we keep you up to date with football news, football analysis, and every information in the world of football, actually. So, if you're new to the channel, kindly click the like button, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you very much. So, today I'll be discussing about 5 players Arsenal needs to sign, or 5 positions Arsenal needs to sign players to move to the next level. As we all know now, 2026 Arsenal won the Premier League, and obviously, the Premier League is always league that if you don't step up, you lose. All teams gear up for the next season, they don't wait for you. They do their best to be the best the next season. So Arsenal as the team also has to put in place these areas to push themselves forward for the next season. As we all know, they had a better defense last season. The defense was better and well structured, but that attack was very very bad, very very bad. Arsenal struggled to score goals. Upon though they signed Gyökeres the season before, they had Eze coming last season, and they also had attacking powers like the Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard, Saka, but those most of them were underwhelming. You could argue that Saka had injuries, Odegaard was struck with injuries too, and Martinelli and Trossard out of form too, but that's not an excuse. You see, like Liverpool that won the league, they still signed players, and they were still very, very bad. So Arsenal don't have to sleep up. So these are the positions I think Arsenal should take as a priority to sign to get to the next level. First of all, is that left wing position. Arsenal has been crying for a left winger for years, for years. I think there was only one season Martinelli came up, picked it up, and he scored a lot of goals. That should be Arteta's second or third season, if I could recall vividly. So Arteta took had the likes of Martinelli were scoring a lot of goals. Saka was really on form, but ever since that season, Martinelli has been a shadow of himself. Last season, he only struggled to really make it up in the Champions League, which he managed to score some vital goals. Although in Premier League, he can argue that he scored a vital goal against Man City when he played at Emirates, but he has not really been putting in that finishing touch we expect from a Brazilian like him. Trossard too. Midway the season, he kind of collapsed a bit. He was non-functional in the games. He was not really showing off. He was not really giving those assists and goals. Or people can argue that he had marital issues, but football doesn't wait for you. So, although end of the season he picked it up, but when you are going to be a champion or you want to fight again for the league, you don't have to wait for that. You need a direct straight winger that can give you those goals. Look at PSG, people like Gravaskelia. Those are world class wingers that gives them. Just mind the Champions League Arsenal lost. It was through the penalty he cost. Although he was very quiet in that game, but a moment of brilliance from him got PSG back into that game. So you need those kind of winger that could push Arsenal to the next level. Although recently we've seen Arsenal gear up for a player called Christos Tizoli from Olympiacos. He's I think the last thing they say was the player of the season in Belgium. He was one of the brightest link there. He has over, I think, 42 this thing GA last season, 20 something goals and assists like that. So Arsenal are going for him. Watching him, he looks like a player like Trossard. So using that, I think maybe Arsenal think they are going to release Trossard to go. So with that, I don't think that's the major. They should go for another winger. So they also believe Bakolo. So they're actually trying to strengthen that position too. Actually, another position I think Arsenal really needs to strengthen is the right back position. A defender again, right? Not Lowy, not that, because Ben White picked up an injury at the end of the season, and we have seen that since I think last season Ben White has really been struggling for fitness, and I think it's high time we move on from Ben White. Arsenal needs to really move on from Ben White. Timber injury struck too, but Timber is the number one right back, but I think Ben White will be so this season. So a fellow right back is needed in that position too. The third one, I would marginally say maybe goalkeeper, because keeper, we saw that at the number two, he was not really giving us what we really wanted in the critical matches we wanted him for. But I won't really say that's a really, really huge priority. But just in case there's a little money to spend, champions money to spend, they could shove that back to with a proper number two that could play a vital role too. And finally, the midfield. The midfield. Arsenal needs I don't know, they lack creativity. They can't really hold on to games with the midfield. Zubimendi was meant to come and solve that problem, but I think the work was more than him. We have been linked with players like Tonali. There's one other guy, Kone from I think from Roma. Yeah, So all those players will be linked. So we need a strong, a creative stroke center midfielder that can hold the game and also create chances for us in that midfield. So I think Arsenal really needs a midfielder too. And likes of Tonali can do a work there. My dream target will also be likes of to me personally, I love Guimaraes in Newcastle, but that's a far fetch one. You can't get that one. So Tonali can do a perfect job for us. And Arsenal needs a midfielder to strengthen that midfield. Although Luis Kelly has come up with the right, but Luis Kelly to me is still a small kid that at least he needs to be learning from somebody. So Arsenal needs a midfielder. So rounding up, I said Arsenal needs a left winger. They need a right back, a midfielder, and top it up with a goalkeeper. So what do you think? What position do you think Arsenal needs to strengthen to get to the next level? You could share in the comment section. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.